Tottenham 3, Chelsea 4, what a comeback, chaos, start to finish. I said before the game that two things are promised in this derby, chaos and entertainment, and you had both. I mean, how does one even begin to analyse this game, guys? Crazy, absolutely crazy, but we are absolutely ecstatic. 3 points, 4 goals, Cole Palmer, Panenka, Enzo Fernandez on the score sheet, Jadon Sancho with a great goal himself. Just everything, really, just everything. And bizarre to think that Cucurella slipped up twice. We were 2-0 down inside 11 minutes. I was sat there, really unhappy, just furious. It happens, slip-ups happen, but it's the fact that, we looked so disjointed in some of those moments in that game where I thought, why have we arrived today and forgotten how to play our football? But nevertheless, we got there in the end, and what a way to celebrate. The away fans were absolutely ecstatic, and deservingly so. Tottenham walk away with nothing. They pulled one back very late on, and I thought, Son was left there to his own devices, but we're not going to criticise too much. I mean, yes, we have to, because we'll talk about the game. But, guys, honestly, I've woken up the next day after, and I still think I feel as all over the place with my thoughts on the game as I did yesterday when watching it. We set up as pretty much expected, except I thought, obviously, Noni Madueke was style on the right, Neto on the left. It was, in fact, Jadon Sancho there, and I was really happy to see him, guys. I can't lie to you. Obviously, in hindsight, with the goal he had, he pretty much was inspiring our comeback with that goal in that moment. But the fact that I've been calling for Jadon Sancho to take shots, to just have a go himself, and there he is, arguably scoring one of the most important goals in that game, and in such a good way as well, guys. He's been so selfless since he arrived, assisting everyone, being quite reluctant to shoot himself, and then he does, and he scores, and then he comes to Tottenham and he does the same, and it's just like, yeah, wow, the dribble, the run, the finish, everything about that was just perfect to the T. And I said I'd try and do this chronologically, but I've already just completely disregarded the Tottenham's first 2 goals. But yeah, I thought that, the 2 slip-ups from Cucurella just really meant we lost our heads a little bit, and we were quite frantic. I mean, even the fact that it led to Cucurella being in that moment meant that we'd already lost that battle in midfield, and, Tottenham had already found a way to get into their final third, and obviously the slip-up really helped. Because it was just almost like gates open, Kulusevski comes in. And yeah, so Solanke gets the first, Kulusevski gets the second, and I'm just sat there thinking, my goodness, Cucurella's coming off, changing his boots. He's pointing at them, thinking, what is going on? We're thinking, what is going on? And he changes his boots and he becomes a different player. There was this analogy about Cinderella changing, the slippers and just transforming. Well, there he is. He transformed and he was a much better player. But mistakes happen. And the fact that we're not even scrutinising those 2 slip-ups because we won in the end 4-3, yeah, that's pretty telling how the game went eventually for us. But once again, Maresca found a way to get Caicedo, Lavia and Enzo all on the pitch at the same time. I did see it coming. However, we saw that tactical tweaks were made in the game, and Lavia was brought off. Even though he had a good half, he was brought off. Caicedo again moved into midfield. We got on Malo Gusto because we just saw that there was an area of weakness that Tottenham were exposing, and it worked. It did change things around. So again, we're talking about great man management, great in-game management from Enzo Maresca. Just, yeah, he's just proving game in, game out that he deserves to be trusted, because his decisions are actually proving to be excellent in the long run, and they are helping us win games and they are getting us through. So really, really well done. Props to Maresca as well for that one. But I did think at times in that first half our game was a little bit frantic. We did tidy up a little bit more. We definitely emerged in the second half like the team who had more of the ball. I think at one point we had like 80% possession. We were definitely trying then. I thought at times luck just wasn't on our side. There was so many opportunities there, guys, to score, and it just felt like everyone took a touch too heavy, or it didn't quite, the final pass just didn't make it into a player, and I was just sat there thinking, oh, come on. And even Jackson like looked quite frustrated with himself as well. Excuse me. Jackson looked quite frustrated with himself as well, because there were many opportunities in that game that he could have taken by the, the scruff of the neck and just finished, but he couldn't. And for whatever reason, he came off, I think, with a quite underwhelming performance, let's say, because Draco has been absolutely amazing for us, and I think he was just so ready to go after not playing against Southampton, and he wanted to come on and punish Tottenham again like last season, but he couldn't do that, and he was quite disappointed, and you could see it in his eyes when he walked off, when he was subbed off later on. So I hope that is him ready to go next weekend at home against Brentford and just go about his business as usual. I hope that's motivated him even more. But Cole Palmer gets the equaliser with a penalty. Caicedo is obviously fouled by Basuma in the box. Pass in by Sancho, by the way. Cole Palmer, 2-2. Slots it in. Do you doubt him? Oh, just insane, guys, really. And 2-2, and we are then thinking in that game, and even at 2-1 down, my dad looked at me and he was like, come on, relax, we've got this. And actually we actually did have this. 2-2, and you're thinking to yourself, well, we've seen what Chelsea can do this season. We've seen how good we've been. The fact that so many people as well, I've read comments, have said that even when we were 2-0 down, they believed that we could come back into this game. My brother put in the group chat, 3-2, this game will be for Chelsea. So it's the fact that so many people are believing, we are believing that we can actually come back in these games and that we can get something out of them. And yeah, we did. So again, it's just another positive attribute that we have had installed in us this season. We are just able to have that self-esteem. So 2-2, game is basically wide open, and there we are. Game for the neutral. If you're a neutral and you're watching this, did you enjoy it? How much did you enjoy this game? Because again, 7-goal thriller, wow, just it had everything, didn't it? And you always do expect it from these games. I mean, even last year, the 4-1 was tough to analyse, but this one just, yeah, same really, same thing. So again, we're moving into the second half. We look very dangerous. We are trying to cause threat. We are just always an inch away, or just something's not quite gone right in the final third, and we just look so unlucky to get that third goal. And then it comes. Enzo Fernandez. Cole Palmer gets the credit, by the way. Lovely little dribble there. The pass is deflected ever so slightly. It finds Enzo Fernandez, who just, yeah, there is so much power and just aggression in that shot as well. And it's 3-2, just like that. Turn around, and he's running off into the sidelines trying to pull off his shirt. Jackson is helping him not pull off his shirt because he's thinking, it's not worth it, don't get that yellow. And again, just look at that maturity from Nicholas Jackson. The fact that we know how he celebrates goal, the fact that we know his passion, yet even at the first penalty for the 2-2, Jackson went and fetched the ball from inside the net and was quickly rushing to get back to the halfway line. And again, those are just little things we're picking up on Jackson's character that has shown how much more maturity he's got. But yeah, Enzo Fernandez celebrating absolutely limbs in the away end. It's going off. And the way, guys, the Bamos, the passion, the tapping of the badge, the fact, he scored 3 consecutive goals now and has had 10 GNA in the league now, is just, again, a new Enzo Fernandez. We've been praising Caicedo. He's been getting all the flowers deservingly because he's been so consistent. But there he is, Enzo Fernandez now. Not long ago, people were saying that we're better off without him. Not long ago, people said that we ended our season on a high last season because Enzo Fernandez was absent. And here we are now, Enzo Fernandez, just changing the game, just contributing in every way he can. And you're seeing how much he's fighting for this team. So absolutely brilliant, guys. We are all ecstatic. We deserve this happiness. and then the fourth comes, a penalty for Palmer, who decides that he's just too cool and he's already put one away, and now he's going to go for something a little bit more pretty, a little bit more fancy. He goes for a Panenka, and you're just thinking, wow, Cole, you are just too cool with it. And he makes it 4-2. Guys, it's just so good. It feels so good. You know, Tottenham are our rivals. It always is good to beat them. It always feels good to beat them. But just the fashion and the game and the goals and everything was just perfect. You know, all the goals were great. Palmer's penalties were great. And there we are, 4-2. And obviously Tottenham pull one back, but there isn't enough time for them to come out with anything else. And Tottenham fans are saying, well, yeah, there we are. We are just Tottenham. So fantastic win, guys. It sent us into second, obviously, with how other results went. Liverpool obviously have a game in hand, so we've 4 points, I think, behind them for the time being. Goal difference, obviously great that we could get that 2-goal margin even again. I mean, obviously it was just the one in that game in the end, but still goal difference is increasing as well by the day, which is great, because last year was 0 at this point, probably -1-1-2, -1-0-1-2. So yeah, really great with the goal difference, guys. We've got some conference midweek action, Conference League midweek action to look forward to, and then obviously Brentford at home next weekend, which again will be a tough game, but we'll talk about that one when it gets closer to it. But well done, Chelsea, 3 crucial points. What a win, the goals, everything, the team celebrating, Maresca getting applauded at the end, the players getting applauded, just yeah, and what more could you ask for? Up the Chelsea. Guys, let me know in the comments down below how you felt about that game, what your thoughts were, how much did you enjoy that game, and of course subscribe to the channel if you're a new viewer and you've enjoyed the content. Then please subscribe to stick around for more content like this. Take care of yourselves, guys, have a good week, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.